And I think this is a slightly different point, that even if we were internally to believe that we had a different legal conclusion, that would not, that the city attorney's view would override any internal ethics commission view, just as it is superior to a Sunshine Ordinance Task Force legal interpretation. It would be superior to our own view on an issue.
Is that actually the relationship with the city
right?
attorney? I mean, we're left to make mistakes or take the advice of the city attorney. I mean, we can take the advice of the city attorney or not. The fact is that the city attorney is our legal counsel. We rely on that counsel, but we might make a policy decision contrary to the advice that we've been given. Is that right?
Right. It's the commission's authority and role to adjudicate complaints within their jurisdiction, and the city attorney's role, as you articulated, is to advise the commission about the legal issues therein, not to adjudicate them ourselves.
This may be an unnecessary complexity. You're now talking about the role of the commission, which is different. And I'm trying to answer Ms. Craven's question about could we have lawyers on our staff tell us something and have us say, that is the rule for the city, as opposed to what the city attorney is saying. And that's the only narrow case in which I'm saying we can't replace a view for the rest of the city. The commission could still take a policy position.
I'd say, I'm not sure if this is gonna answer it, but in cases, in enforcement matters before the commission, in order to protect the due process rights of the people who are responding to the complaint, the city attorney sets up a due process screen. So we have two different teams of attorneys who do not communicate with each other, one advising the staff and one advising the commission. So attorneys in our office will advise the staff, and ultimately the staff takes that advice and formulates decides how to prosecute the case, whether to suggest dismissal to the commission, whether to prepare a probable cause report. Those are discretionary decisions of the staff, taking our advice into account. When the commission adjudicates the matter, another team of lawyers from our office advises the commission on the legal issues, but the commission ultimately, again, makes the adjudicatory decisions.
Member Craven?
Well, this is very interesting, because to me this sets up a problem. So therefore, if we have the Sunshine Ordinance Task Force saying, hey, all of these calendars, if they're kept on city equipment, are public records, and they must be produced, exempt information can be redacted, but the remainder should be produced, and we have the city attorney representing the department, advising the department, saying, no, we've been advised that we only have to produce this minimum of information on the Prop G calendar. The rest, that's all you're going to get. And we say, we just think that's wrong under the law. And therefore, we think it's, whether it's not it's willful failure or just a failure, and we refer that to the Ethics Commission, what I'm hearing is there this, and maybe I'm wrong, so the staff is going to automatically adhere to the same advice that the city departments have provided, as opposed to the screened separate attorneys who would be advising the commission. No?
I simplified it too much.
Yeah.
There is, as you know, Ernie Lorente is an attorney who works with the commission, and it's separate from other advice that our office gives. Works with the task force and is separate from other advice that our office gives to departments about sunshine matters.
Right.
Yes.
Similarly, the two teams of lawyers who advise the Ethics Commission staff and the Ethics Commission as adjudicatory, in its adjudicatory capacity, do not advise the departments or the individuals who are appearing before the commission regarding sunshine matters.
Right. So then this decision here, which seems to say the city attorney has determined disclosure is required as legal counsel, the city and county of San Francisco city attorney is a higher authority than SOTF. The Ethics Commission recognizes the city attorney's conclusion in this matter seems to have short-circuited the process.
Well, wouldn't it be true that the city attorney, the deputy city attorney that advises the Sunshine Ordinance Task Force would come to the same conclusion in that respect that the deputy city attorney that advises us? It's all the city attorney's office. I can't.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Could the
can you
member,
ask this fellow to-
could people in the audience refrain from commenting out loud?
We'll try.
Sir, you will not try, you will do it, or you will be removed from the room.
Thank you.
Please continue, Mr. Ward.
So am I to understand that there is a difference of opinion on the same question within the city attorney's office? It's not possible.
I'll respond. I believe on this issue, our DCA, Ernest Lorente, is on record as supporting the legal conclusion the task force reached. He is isolated from the city attorneys who are advising the departments. So yes, we've had a number of situations where our deputy city attorney has said, has concurred with the task force's legal finding there's been a violation of the Sunshine Ordinance, whereas the city attorney advising the department says there has not. And this is part of the larger problem that we run up against.
I just had a quick clarifying question. So to the attorney, so you say we have an ethical wall. Ernest Lorente has an ethical wall between him and the rest of the CAO office. Does the same thing apply regarding the Ethics Commission?
Yes, and with regard to specific matters that are being adjudicated by the task force, specific matters that are being adjudicated by the commission, the city attorney's office creates and complies with these due process screens between different teams. Now the office as a whole issues public opinions approved by the city attorney, which state the opinions of our office, not necessarily on any matters appearing before either body, but when any individual deputy or team of deputies is advising any of the city bodies, we, as part of our research and review, will look at the city attorney's past public opinions.
But now you're the attorney for the Ethics Commission, right?
Regarding these sunshine matters,
Or does
Yeah.
the Ethics Commission use a body of people within the city attorney's office?
the ethics commission uses a specific team of people within the.
So they don't have an ethical wall from the attorneys that advise, like our attorney has an ethical wall from the rest of the city attorney's office. You don't have the same thing, I'm thinking.
No, I think, no. That's we have set up screens. There are 4 different categories of people.
Right.
Those who advise the department, those who advise the task force, those who advise the ethics commission staff, and those who advise the ethics commission as adjudicators. On any particular matter, those 4 people will not, those 4 teams of people will not communicate about the underlying facts. If for some reason, although I don't provide advice to departments generally about sunshine matters, I was involved in advice to DTIS about a sunshine matter, I would not advise either of your bodies about that particular matter if there was a complaint filed.
I guess what I'm trying to determine is, as Ms. Craven said, occasionally our attorney, Ernie Lorente, will have a different opinion, having heard all the evidence from the task force. He will have a different opinion than the city attorney who is advising the department. I'm wondering if that ever can happen in your department, depending on who is providing the information.
Of course, it can happen that lawyers have different opinions. I don't know of any particular examples of that.
Maybe the difference
It sounds like
is,
it's a closed shop insofar as getting the Sunshine Task Force opinion to be reviewed